wondering if I should move over. Because you're going to be pretty much here, right?
Oh, God.
March. Call guard. Call. Breathe in. Call it. Forward. March.
Let's go, boys! I love you! Go, Chucky!
Everyone can sit down. Not once in my 4 years did I imagine that I would get the opportunity to speak at our class at graduation. Yet I couldn't be more proud to stand in front of you all today. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation of Beverly High School's class of 2021. Today is a very exciting day. It's my pleasure to welcome Mayor Cahill, Dr. Charochak, Dr. Flaherty, Mrs. Taylor, City of Beverly School Committee members, school administrators, educators, staff, families, friends, and soon-to-be high school graduates to today's event. Hello, graduates. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Cam. We went to high school together. Without knowing it, walking through the high school doors as a freshman was the start of something amazing for us seniors that we'll never forget. These past 4 years have been filled with many laughs, smiles, tears, a lot of ups, and a lot of downs. As a whole, we've been through hell. Without stating the obvious, our class is very special, and we will be forever remembered for our perseverance. Now we'll be starting our separate journeys in the real world, and we couldn't be more prepared. As Joseph B. Worthman once said, the more often we see things around us, even the beautiful and wonderful things, the more they become invisible to us. That is why we often take things for granted, the beauty of this world. The flowers, the trees, the birds, the clouds, even those we love. Because we see things so often, we see them less and less. In the blink of an eye, our whole world was taken from us. Our senior year has been so uncomfortable and strange, and it's given us all an opportunity to finally grow as young adults. If there's anything that you take from me today, it's to enjoy the little things in life, and try your best to not take them for granted. Life is too short, and if you don't stop to appreciate it, you just might miss it. Today is a day to celebrate. A day to celebrate how far we've all come. We gather together with our families, neighbors, and teachers to reflect on each of our journeys. From the beginning of elementary school to graduating 8th grade and transitioning into freshman year, where we got new orange shirts with 21 on the back. Next was our first pep rally, followed by school dances and football and basketball games, now to our senior year. Our first and last prom, senior week, and countless more memories that will never leave our side. Today, we stand as one in our cap and gowns one last time, and tomorrow we'll have a clean slate. No matter what direction we decide to take, Beverly High School will forever be taken with us wherever we go. Class of 2021, it's been an unforgettable ride, and from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very best of luck in your future to come. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I'm Tobey. I'm sure a lot of you know me. We're finally here. We made it to graduation. Before I really begin this speech, it's imperative that I take a moment to thank some of the members of our community that made our senior year so special and helped us sit in this stadium today. On behalf of the entire senior class, thank you to Vice Principal Mr. Thomas and Principal Taylor for all the hard work and decision-making and time spent on Google Meet to guide us through these 4 years and help us through the many challenges that came with them. Thank you to my fellow class officers, Callie Martisio, Kira Dunleavy, and Genesis Grendel. We made the best team, We made the best team and friends that I could ask for, and I'm forever proud of all the hard work and time you put into this class. Finally, to the two most positive, hilarious, bright, independent people I've ever met, our class advisors, Mrs. Woodcock and Mr. Scott. Everyone here loves you so much, and we are all forever grateful for everything you've done for us, and they have done so much more than any of you know. All right, the Beverly High School class of 2021. How many times have we heard that phrase? Too many to count. The summer before our freshman year, I sat down and decided to make a bucket list. Probably because I just finished watching High School Musical 3 and was feeling pretty inspired. That's the one where they graduate high school, if you haven't seen it. Wow, I thought to myself, by the time my high school graduation comes, I will have done everything on this list. Well, little did I know there would be a few bumps in the road that were going to derail the bucket list a little bit. I did get to complete a lot of things, though. Some were more basic, like making my first friend, eating in the cafeteria for the first time, getting an A on a math test. And some were more classic high school experiences, like going to my first football game, cheering on my first pep rally, and going to my first semi. Isn't it crazy to think back to our very first day of freshman year? We all got those orange t-shirts that say class of 2021 on the back. We were all in different teams and classes. We all kept getting lost on our way to class because every floor looked exactly the same. And maybe that was just me, but everything just felt so huge, like it all held so much weight on our lives. Memorizing facts for bio class, getting in those math formatives. As I skimmed through my bucket list a few weeks ago and I began writing this speech, I was really hit by how different my high school experience was from what I thought it was going to be. Too many things on my bucket list were forever left unchecked, like junior prom, our senior pep rally, a big Thanksgiving game, really just our long-awaited senior year. And now, I could say something really inspirational here, like, even though we missed out on so much, we gained even more in community and friendship. We all learned to be a little more empathetic and kind. Everything is going through something that you don't see through the screen. Increasing and seemingly exponential affliction led us to numerous amounts of strength and courage. Although every societal inequality has been displayed out under a microscope and infected with a type of disease no human person has the capability to understand, we, the youth of today, continuously rise up and overcome. But I'm sure everyone in this country knows how amazing the students sitting here before us are today, so I don't need to say something inspirational. I thought adding some jokes to my bucket list could be really funny, like longest Google Meet of the year, or last virtual math test, or longest time spent without getting out of bed. But then I realized that, number one, those aren't really funny and I'm not good at making jokes. And number two, I needed to spend some time to reflect over the past year, the past 4 years, my life. And I spent some time looking over my half-empty bucket list and thinking of what else I needed to add. And I kind of realized I really needed to rip up my bucket list and throw it in the trash. Not to say that I believe bucket lists are antiquated and evidently useless, but if there's anything we've learned over the past 4 years, is that life clearly and painfully does not adhere to a certain list, or schedule, or plan, and it may feel wrong and sad and scary when you can't cross off all the things that are supposed to make you feel the happiest and have the most fun. But it's so crucial that we all take the time to have the awareness that we just accomplished so much more than would have ever been written down on a bucket list, or taught in a class, or heard in a speech. And we did it together as the BHS class of 2021. For myself, I could not be more proud of all of you. We finally did it. We did it differently than anyone else has ever done it before, but we did it. We graduated high school. Now take all the ambition, strength, and power that every one of you has gained these past 4 years and go off into the future and lead the world like the leaders I know you are. Go class of 2021!
Good afternoon. Absolutely wonderful to see everybody here. And it's an honor to follow Cam and Tobey. So good afternoon and congratulations, Beverly High School graduates of the class of 2021. As we all know, the last 15 months of your time at Beverly High School has been greatly shaped by the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot has been demanded of you all since March of your junior year. And you, helped along by our wonderful Beverly educators, have responded. You have shown incredible inner strength and resilience as you have been challenged this past year. And I hope with all my heart that this will be the silver lining to this past long year, that what you have faced and overcome will have helped prepare you for success and much happiness in your lives ahead. As you graduate today, we are all grappling with some enormous challenges: social, societal challenges, human rights challenges, the environmental challenge of climate change, all of which demand the very best we all have to offer. And you know, that's okay, because I, for one, have great confidence that you all and your generation have what it takes to make this community and this world better places for everyone. And I'm really excited to see what you'll all do in the coming years. One last point. Today, you and your classmates and all of your loved ones are celebrating the whole of your educational journey. From the day you were born, to your first days of preschool and kindergarten, through your years in elementary school, to being one of the last 8th grade classes to graduate from Briscoe Middle School, to your unforgettable years at Beverly High School. It's all special. And with lots of help and a whole big boatload of your own outstanding work and your own hard-won growth, you're here today. So enjoy this graduation day. It is yours. You have accomplished something special, and you've done so in the most challenging of times. Congratulations, class of 2021. You have arrived.
You know, it seems like I've been the superintendent forever, but this is my first speech, so bear with me as I go through. Mrs. Taylor, school committee, elected officials, faculty and staff, friends and family of graduates, and most importantly, members of the graduating class of 2021. It is with tremendous pride that I address you here today at Herd Stadium for a live and in-person celebration of your successful journey. We are all so proud of each and every one of you in the graduating class of 2021, and we're grateful for the teachers, coaches, advisors, and your loved ones who have guided you along the way. I've known many of you since the first day of kindergarten, and share with your families the sense of pride and accomplishments of all of you. Today, we're here not only to celebrate the completion of the past 4 years, but also to honor your persistence and perseverance in the completion of a career that began in your early years as you entered preschool and kindergarten. It goes without saying that your high school experience has been different from those who graduated from Beverly High in the past. A little over a year ago, who would have imagined wearing masks, holding classes in a hybrid model, social distancing, and even one-way hallways. The past 15 months have all of us learning new ways of communicating and have led to each of us examining our perspectives about so many things. Today is a day of celebration and hope, a time to reflect on your years in school and look forward to what lies ahead. Certainly, the pandemic will prove to be one of the most significant events of your lifetime. However, it is and will only be a part of your story, a story that you will continue to write as you leave Beverly High and share your talents with the world. We all have a story. Here in Beverly, we spent this year thinking about our stories and how they have shaped us and our beliefs. My story may be much like many of your parents. Okay, well, let's be honest, maybe your grandparents. I attended PV Public Schools at a time when education was delivered in a very traditional manner. And if I'm being honest, I would have to admit, I did not fit the mold of a traditional student in my younger years. Suffice it to say that many of my former classmates, and especially the teachers I had as I went through PD High, might be a bit surprised that I'm standing here addressing all of you as the superintendent of schools. Perhaps that's why my belief that no one event, no one experience, no single success or failure defines the impact that you can have on your community. There were many times in my school career when I'm sure my behaviors belied my true potential as I struggled through my teen years. But along the way, with each mistake, I learned new lessons and grew in new ways, and somehow that path led me here. So to all of you, I say that while the pandemic will always be a significant event in your lives, it will not define you. Today, I hope you will take some time to reflect on how you got here. Your stories may differ some. Many of you have spent your entire school career in the Beverly Public Schools. Whether you have attended Centerville, Cove, Hannah, or North Beverly Elementary School. Oh wait, I think I might have forgot one. The amazing Ayers Ryleside Elementary School. Your lessons on the value of community and the importance of making a difference began at a young age. Others may have come to Beverly later in their education, joining all of you as one of the last 2 classes to navigate the halls of Briscoe Middle School. And finally, for some, high school is where your Beverly experience began. I know that whatever your story is, there were many events and many people along the way that led you to us here today. What did you learn from your journey? And more importantly, who can you thank for helping you along the way? Please take time today to let these people know how much they mean to you, how they are an important part of your story. As superintendent, I've had the privilege of watching you throughout the years. I stand in awe of the grace, grit, and determination that each of you has exhibited as we all learned new ways of doing school. You never complained. You took each change in stride. You supported each other, and you demonstrated patience with many of us as we hustled to keep up with you. In just a few minutes, you'll receive a Beverly High School diploma or certificate. I hope that you take great pride in this accomplishment. It is another important chapter in your story. And to the parents in the crowd, thank you for the trust that you have placed in me and the leadership in Beverly. One thing is for sure, we all will do our best to continue to earn it every day as we work together to do what is best for the students in the Beverly Public Schools. And to you, the class of 2021, you represent what is best about the city of Beverly. We love you. We can't wait to see what the rest of your story holds. Congratulations.
I would first like to thank the staff and administration of Beverly High School for all that you have done, both in and out of the classroom, to get us all here to graduation day. As students, it is hard for us to acknowledge and appreciate the immense sacrifice that goes into teaching, and far easier to complain about how our 89.49% wouldn't round up to an A-. So for all the times we fail to say it, thank you for all that you do, and thank you for putting up with us. I would also like to thank the families and friends of the graduating class for coming to support the class of 2021. Unlike last year's ceremony, you do not have the luxury of closing your laptop after you watch your graduate-to-be receive their diploma. Instead, you must watch 293 of their classmates receive their diplomas as well. So in light of that, I will try to keep this brief. 4 years ago, I remember sitting in the high school auditorium for the fall athletic meeting, at which our athletic director, Mr. Keith, told the freshmen that the next 4 years of our lives would be over before we knew it. I remember thinking to myself rather naively, the last 3 years of middle school have felt like a lifetime. Surely the next 4 will feel like an eternity. Well, here I stand, eating my own words, as high school has flown by extraordinarily fast. As someone who enjoys math, I could not help but perform some calculations to illustrate this point. For the graduates present today, 4 years is around 22% of your life. When you are 50, 4 years is only 8% of your life. And if you are fortunate enough to live to be 100, 4 years will be just 4% of your life. As we age, life passes us by faster and faster. This, however, does not seem to apply to graduation ceremonies, which, regardless of your age, will feel like an eternity. If you are like me, then the very idea that time is speeding up might make you feel a little anxious. John Green, who many of you may know as the crash course guy who saved your history grade, compared this feeling of anxiety to that of being a small boat in high seas. It is momentous days like these, graduations, big exams, and first days, when we find ourselves feeling like small boats in high seas. Undoubtedly, each challenge you overcome will prepare you for the next, and together, our small boats will weather the storm. Although our lives are finite, we live on in the memories of others. If we are lucky, future generations won't remember us solely for our fashion trends or TikTok dances, but also our accomplishments and our actions. History has looked kindly on those who fought to secure our right to an education, and I only hope that future history textbooks will tell us how we use that education to innovate, inspire, and thrive. While there are many unknown trials yet to be faced, there is one thing that I know to be true: our purpose. To quote from Whitman, answer, that you are here, that life exists, and identity, that the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. And to quote from Mr. Keating of the Dead Poets Society, I ask you, class of 2021, what will your verse be?
Tough acts to follow. First and foremost, good afternoon to all of you, and congratulations. I realize it's been a very long journey to the finish line these past couple of years, but we finally made it, even if we picked up a few scuffs along the way. And by a few scuffs, I mean a global pandemic, a rocky presidential election, a horrible celebrity rendition of Imagine, and the removal of The Office from Netflix, which I'm sure has hit some of you the hardest. I want to thank the high school for giving me the opportunity to say a few words on this last day we're all together, and I promise I will discuss the dreaded coronavirus no further. I know none of you want to hear about scary things like politics or Netflix's questionable decisions, so I want to use the rest of this time to examine the high school experience. Fabled is the best 4 years of one's life and a time of great adventure, self-discovery, and success by such masterpieces as Clueless and Mean Girls. I can't help but feel at the end of this experience disappointed. I may not have expected to get turned into the most popular girl in school by my own Sharon Dion, or to become one of the plastics and rule the student body with an iron fist and some stilettos I would for some reason wear at school as a 16-year-old. But one thing is for sure, that high school is not all it's cracked up to be. Think to yourself, when have you taken off your glasses or let your hair down and gone from scorn nerd to prom queen? When have you demonstrated NFL-level skill on the football field and gone from social reject to most likely to replace Tom Brady? The truth is that in high school, it seems you're given a niche and expected to stick to it. And because of this, high school was not the best 4 years of my life, nor should it be for anyone else. You have the whole rest of your life to enjoy more than this. If you were a loner in high school, take it upon yourself to try new things and expand your circle in college. If you got lucky and were popular in high school, reach out to those who need a friend in the future. If you didn't live up to your academic expectations, you have all of your higher education to improve yourself and expand your knowledge. If you exceeded your academic expectations, relax for once, and don't put your grades before your social and mental well-being. I promise the hardest part is over, and by the hardest part, I mean the SATs. I'm perhaps the most guilty of stubbornly sticking to my high school trope. In 8th grade, I made it my life's mission to get into a great university and gear my entire school career toward cultivating my academic prestige. Because of these ambitions that I refused to let go of for the better half of high school, I completely neglected everything outside of academic achievement until I realized that life is more than being the high school movie nerd with nothing to their name other than their college. For those of us who didn't know, life isn't supposed to revolve around one thing, in high school or otherwise. You don't have to be a one-dimensional character, and you certainly don't have to fear character development. I implore you all to do some deep introspection this summer. Don't be afraid to admit that you messed up in high school or have some or many or a lot of regrets. Even if you had the perfect high school experience, which you probably, no, definitely didn't, consider what you can do to become a better person and make the most of your life. There's a reason most graduations are called commencements. You're about to start a new chapter in your life, and you can be whoever you want to be. There's no set niche for anyone in college or in life. So to the future astronauts, musicians, models, and dreamers of all trades, make the best of your lives from this day on if you were left wanting more in high school. Nothing should stop you, especially not what you think people expect of you. Good luck to you all, and I wish you the best in all of your endeavors.
Class of 2021, your classmates, along with the Mary Superintendent, have provided you with some reflections and pearls of wisdom already. So briefly, let me cast a few more comments your way as you graduate in hopes they may resonate. Your participation in making our community what it is gives me great pride. I am honored to be present to present your diplomas today on behalf of the school committee, our teachers, and our community. We are so proud to have you represent us as you move forward, and we are proud that you're a part of our pride. I also want to offer you a thank you. Perhaps unbeknownst to you, you, the class of 2021, has been a set of role models for us, and I wanted to make you aware. Some of you were tour guides at Ayers, showing my eldest daughter the kindergarten classrooms on our entry into the school district. Others of you were the athletes that showed my other daughter what real soccer looked like. And still more of you entertained us in the musicals and other performances at Briscoe and the high school. So thank you. And still others of you served alongside us at various community events. And last but not least, you've been a model of resiliency and grit. This past academic year has been challenging, but you have used unparalleled flexibility, open-mindedness, and stick-to-itiveness. As you continue on your journey, my hope is that you will discover empathy is more powerful than ambition, but they are not mutually exclusive. Former President Barack Obama told the UMass Boston class of 2006, "Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world, one that makes you understand that your obligation to others extend beyond the people who look and act like you and live in your neighborhood." I encourage you to ambitiously find opportunities to grow yourself by lifting others along the way. You know you are doing well when you are doing good. Another former president, Theodore Roosevelt, put it this way: nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. For those of you that have already developed the habit of service to others, I think you can back me up on this. Being of service to others can take so many shapes: mentoring young students, reading to the elderly, feeding the hungry, sponsoring an opportunity, whether it be with your time, your knowledge, or funds, or simply listening intently to someone and offering them perspective to see the potential and opportunity in everything. The advice I offer is to make a habit of looking for those moments, leaning into the humbleness of offering help even when it makes you slightly uncomfortable, and I challenge you to find the next moment where you can insert, "How can I help?" into a conversation. Braver still, if it's a conversation you start with someone you don't know well, but don't also forget those sitting next to you today. So I promise to be brief, so congratulations, class of 2021.
maybe it's been the shortest, longest year. Seems that everything we did took forever and went by very quickly. One of the first events I went to at the beginning of the year was Stage Right's production of Alice in Wonderland. I remember thinking that, like Alice, Beverly High School had gone down the rabbit hole or through the looking glass with remote learning, hybrid schedules, cohorting Google Classroom, the Aspen Portal, physical distancing, masking, and 4 different schedules. Change was the only constant, and progress was hard to notice. Everyone was rushing around, acting a little strange like the Mad Hatter, or running around, rushing to nowhere like the White Rabbit. The Red Queen said to Alice, "My dear, we must run as fast as we can just to stay in place, and if you wish to go anywhere, you must run twice as fast as that." That is what this year sometimes felt like, running as fast as we can just to stay in place. This has not been an easy year for anyone. It was difficult to learn. It was difficult to teach. It was difficult to parent. We were presented from challenges from the world around us, the struggle for racial justice, the preservation of democratic principles, and the urgency of reversing environmental damage. And we cannot forget that some members of the BHS community, students and staff, have lost parents, grandparents, and other family and friends to the pandemic. So much to deal with this year. Like Alice, we ask, would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? But I no longer see BHS as a chaotic wonderland. I began to see a direction. We were going somewhere. Slowly, sometimes with hesitancy and uncertainty, we were making progress. Not because of giant leaps and huge strides. Progress happened this year with small steps. This class had to go around obstacles and create new paths. Sometimes they had to go the long way around to get anywhere. But they did it. I think of the fall play, the senior girls football game, our Thanksgiving football game, the winter concert, all our competition opportunities for DECA and ROTC, the REACH internship, the spring musical, and the senior prom, not to forget all 4 athletic seasons. Our clubs and extracurricular organizations found ways to celebrate and participate. Aegis, our literary magazine, Beverly, our yearbook, and The Ledger, our school newspaper, issued publications this year. So many of our clubs raised awareness in the school about local, national, and international issues. Fundraisers were held for Beverly Bootstraps, Keep Beverly Beautiful, and UNICEF, among others. The Environmental Club, the Robotics Club, Best Buddies, Model UN, and the Human Rights Club, to name a few, all met and planned activities. Our class officers and student council members and student committee representatives continued to represent and advocate for their class. Everything wasn't done according to tradition, the way we always used to do it. We do cherish our BHS traditions. This year we understand even more the essence and the value of the traditions. This year we were able to create some new traditions as well. For many activities we had to move with small steps in another direction to go forward. So I will ask some students to step up to be acknowledged for their contribution to the high school. Class of 2021 officers, senior student council members, site council student reps, and CISL student reps, please stand. Thank you for representing your class. You can sit. Any student athlete who participated in a sport this year, please stand. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to watch you compete. Any student who is a member of an extracurricular club or organization, please stand. Thank you. The small step that all these students took helped to keep our school culture going. Small steps. Think how many small steps during the year our seniors needed to take to succeed in their learning. Learning how to use Moodle and Google, Aspen and Edpuzzle, Naviance and Peer Deck. So many of you understood the importance of education for your future success and focused on achieving in your academics. So step forward now. I ask that all our National Honor Society members, Art National Honor Society members, DECA National Honor Society members, and our students with academic endorsements, and our students entering the military, please stand to be recognized. And last but not least, and some of you might be still standing, would all our John and Abigail Adams Scholarship recipients please stand. Thank you. Of course, our seniors are not the only ones making progress with small steps. This has been a crazy year for our staff, who had to move in a new direction as well. Sometimes they were just a few steps ahead of their students on the path, learning as they go. I'm very proud of the effort and care that our BHS teachers, staff, and administration gave their students, and I hope you will join me in thanking them. There are others who helped us to move along and advance. School was definitely a wonderland for your parents and guardians. So much to keep track of, so much to coordinate, so much to be concerned about. Parents, do you remember when your seniors were babies, taking their first steps? It was a great moment, that first small step. But after that, you needed gates at the stairs and bumper guards on the coffee tables and childproof locks on the doors. Your child kept walking and then running, and there were probably cuts and scrapes and broken bones, but you knew they needed to move on, and you helped them with that for this school year. Seniors, let's give a cheer for your family who have been on this strange trip with you. I found a poem entitled A Prayer by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, and it gave me the image for this speech and articulated all the new ways of doing things and looking at the world that we have just begun to learn. I won't read you the whole poem. He begins by asking God to teach him the art of small steps. He goes on, "Save me from the naive belief that everything goes smoothly in life. Present me with the sober recognition that difficulties, failures, fiascos, setbacks are additional elements given by life itself that helps us grow and mature. I know that many problems get solved by themselves without doing anything. Please help me be able to wait. Spare me from the fear of letting life slip. Do not give me only the things I desire. Give me the things I need as well. Teach me the art of small steps." Dear seniors, you have begun to learn the art of small steps. Today, your graduation is another step. The small steps you've taken this year are part of the legacy you leave with Beverly High School. Thank you for that legacy. I wish you nothing but all the best of the best. And now it is my pleasure, President Abell, and my privilege to present the Beverly High School 2021 graduation class.
Jaslyn Marie Abbott. William Lawrence Adams. William Joseph Adisho. Sarah Jennifer Alushi. Christopher Joseph Ali Farazdak Oslawali. Jack David Anderson. Sydney Christine Anderson. Jayla Lynn Anderson-Jaber. Colin David Andrew. Austin Tyler Ayer. Joseph John Volkas. Shania Rose Bancroft. Camille Shannon Berry. Julia Ann Berry. Sarah Catherine Barth. Dorothy Rose Bartlett. Jonathan Thomas Bates. Nathaniel Belizar. Haley Sarah Bella. Mario Anthony Bermudez. Andrew Michael Bernfeld. Haley Marie Bettencourt. Virginia Lily Betts. Evie B.U. Amanda Persis Blanchard. Julia T. Block. Adolfo Antonio Bonilla. Jordan Lillian Bonilla. Rachel Paige Bach. Carson Frederick Green. Richard Quelo Fruta. Amber Lynn Brooke. Alexia Jalen Brown. Sophia Denny Bucco. Nicholas Albert Bonaconti. Joshua George Burnett. Matthias Berno Boutin. Jack Augustus Butterfield. Justin Robert Butters. Christian Michael Butterworth. Bryn Meredith Cafferty. Justin William Cahill. Eamon Joseph Callahan. Nathan James Campbell. Grace Yuan Corella. Samantha Lynn Carnavale. Ariane Catherine Shonda. Zachary Daniel Charette. Emily Maria Chase. Emma Catherine Clark. Jackson McCaffrey Clark. Cassidy Ann Coe. Clayton Thomas Gregory Cogswell. Nicholas Landon Cole. Anthony John Coletti. Dari Angelise Cologne. Gabriel Jose Cologne. Danielle Omo Concepcion. Colton Philip Cook. Lily Rose Cook. Travis Michael Coombs. Annalise Rachel Cormier. Brett Anthony Costa. Hannah Margaret Costa. Kevin Francis Costa. Emma Rose Costain. Griffin Matthew Coyne. Rosemary Abigail Cunny. Anne Elizabeth Curtin. Robson Antonio da Silva Jr. Kelsey Susan Delborn. Julianne Damas da Silva. Ryan Kyler Day. Madison Judith Delano. Michaela Kailana Del Rosario. Jacob Paul Diaz. Eric Christopher DePiro. Jacob Daniel Desmond. Felipe Oliveira de Souza. Laura Samantha Devitt. Ava James Dickman. Safia Zainab Dijalo. Adam Bailey Donahue. Gavin James Doyle. Hannah Bell Dunleavy. Michael Joseph Dunn. Kyle Joseph Dyer. Heidi Elise Everhart. Zachary William Erb. Dylan Thomas Ernie. Jack Allen Ewan. Kennedy Elizabeth Ferris. Sophia Lily Caroline Feingold. Bianca Annabella Fernandez. Owen Evan Fisher.
I did it!
Abigail Faith Fitzgerald.
It's not empty.
Caroline Wiley Foley. Shauna Lee Foley. Tyler Fung. Jacob Donald Fortini. Paige Lee Foster. Samuel Hall Frederick. Brennan Daniel Frost. Tyler James Foltz. Maeve Caroline Gaffney. Joseph William Gagnon. Adam Joseph Gallant. Schaefer Mycroft Nightshade Ganji. Devin Rose Garvey. Charlie Karen George. Mackenzie Emily Gilligan. Mallory Lee Gilligan. Adam Freeman Goodsby. Mary Lee Goodwin. Emily Mae Gorman. Tatiana Elizabeth Rose. Abigail Guillama. Jennifer Guillama. Samuel Gregory Hatchie. Sarah Catherine Hall. Aiden David Halligan. Rory Grace Harmon. Elsa Marie Hawks. Sophia Anna Tunky. Jermaine John Henn. Madison Hernandez. Derek Richard Howard. Luciano Hojai. Alicia Sophia Hutchins.
Joao Marcos Martins Ignacio. Tyreek Marcellus Jackson. Logan Michael Jalbert. Grace Ann Jukes. Catherine Marie Joden. Derek Richard Johnson. Patrick Daniel Johnson. Cameron Jordan Jones. Julia Peristera Jones. David Rodrigo Jones Martin. Loyal Marixa Jordan.
Katz. Kevin Blake Kelsey. Owen Dale Key. Lauren Marie King. Eleni Ann Claris. Emma Dorothy Knott. Andrew Felix Cruz. Allison Josephine Kyrus. Josh Patrick McGowan Kyrus. Kristen Ariana Latulip. Samantha Lauren Lehman. Tammy Fee Lee. Shannon Katsal Lethbridge. Joseph James Loretti. Luke Edward Valero. Meredith Lynyan Luther. Blessing Wilson Lavanda. Grace Wilson Lavanda. Ashley Michaela McGowan. Charles Henry Mack. Sophia Athena McLean. Nathan James Majacomo. Marco Anthony Maglio. Matoni July Cute. Matthew Reed Maker. Matthew Adams Lewis Maloney. Ariana Elizabeth Marchese Ward. Sophia J. Marcheteer.
Go round. I don't know.
Ryan Harrison Martell. Ashley Rose Martin. Emma dos Anjos Cunha Matos. Cecilia Lynn McAlpine. Ian Harold McCarran. Kylie Catherine Marguerite McCarthy. Jackson Christopher McGinn. Jack Francis McGovern. Ashley McHugh. Brayden Thomas McIntyre. Andrew Tyler McLean. Gabriela Alessandra Mead. Michael Marceau Mercier. Sierra Angelina Merritt. Joshua Matthew Millen. Stefan Ivo Minkov. Nola Marie Minogue. Jared Paul Mitchell. John Mitchell. Lorcan Ronald Moore. Maximus Ivan Morales. Blake Brown Moran. Jessica Ruby Moran Reyes. Daniel Roger Morency. Abby Marie Moscow. Johanna Marie Mulligan. Rourke Nathaniel Mullins. Grace August Murphy. Max Christopher Murphy. Kai Richard Newman. Tu Ann Nguyen. Emmanuel Binia Niamoko. Laura Lise Nieves. Lane Alicia Norman. Graham Edward Norton. Jacob Estedi Novas. David Thomas O'Brien.
Olivia Marie O'Connor. Kyle Isaiah Oliphant. Liz Marie Ortiz. Nala Marie O'Terry. Julia Mia Otterbein. Benjamin Edward Packard. Ryan Patrick Palazola. Christopher John Palermo. Trevor Jacob Palumbo. Anthony Joseph Pascalisa. Jonas William Pavia. Charlie Fernandez Perez. Sarah Rose Perkins. Samuel Diaz Perry. Allison Elaine Felpin. Ralph Christian Pulido. Tyler David Purdy. Kennelly Yasuda Quintino. Amanda Christina Ramos. Anthony Robert Allen Reed. Kevin John Regan. Caitlin Rose Reinwald. Maggie Grace Brenda. Jason Charles Richard. Victoria Autumn Pamela Rivera. Maureen Erin Robertson. Davina Jahan Robertson. Luis Rodriguez. Sydney Rhodes Ruggieri. Cole Salvatore Russo. Gavin James Russo. Andrew Eugene Sampari. Tyler David Scarry. Aaron Shackford. Joshua Bradford Sheehan. Ethan Joel Sherris. Lauren Abigail Sherris. Shyla Gomes Silva. Lyric Athena Simigo. Natasha Mary Spinhern. Michaela Lee Sprankle. Crystal Jocelyn Stallings. J. Sean Jaden Stanton Jones. Caroline Elizabeth Stott. Harrison Edward Sullivan. Benjamin Thomas Swanwick. Abigail Grace Swanson. Brendan Thomas Sweeney. Ridge Jackson Tashe. Alexander Umberto Tagliani. Ariana Taka. Lincoln Case Tassinari. Cameron Wayne Taylor. Karina Justine Terry. Mariellis Femme. Victoria Annette Thompson. Emily Isabel Torrey. Jaden Olivia Tremblay. Crystal Antoinette Trujillo. Victoria Seiler Ullman. Xavier Michael Valdez. Alexia Lynn Vayeos. Aliana Alicia Walker. Angelise Marie Ware. Leah Margaret Whitehair. John Alden Wilson. Samuel David Wynn. Daniel Forrest Wittenberg. Dale Thomas Wong. Catherine Rose Woods. Elijah Jacob Younger. Ava Grace Youngren. Cole Kingston Youngren. Alana Victoria Zaldivar. Robert Misael Zapata. Dylan Joseph Sacco.
The treasurer of class of 2021, Kira Fleming Dunleavy.
The secretary of the class of 2021, Genesis Grandel.
The vice president of the class of 2021, Callie Stacy Martisio.
Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the president of the class of 2021, Tobey Archibald.